SoC. Qualcomm announced two sets of things which are great. One on the high end with Snapdragon X2 Elite, and then on the low end, even for sub 500 PCs with Snapdragon C. So it's great to see all of this. And of course, that brings us to NVIDIA and RTX Spark. This is a next generation SoC for PCs. It brings together the CPU, the GPU, as well as the AI capabilities into a single SoC. And that's the exciting part. And it includes unified memory architecture and also the integrated DRTM, right? So you now have all of the systems innovation and the SoC coming together. And we're really thrilled that one of the first devices that we built was the Surface Ultra, right? It's a beautiful device, and it really brings the power of NVIDIA together with the design and the craftsmanship of Surface. It's 128 gigabytes of unified memory. It's beautiful 2,000 nit display, and it has an all-day battery life. And so we're very excited to see this later this fall. And it's also wonderful to see all the designs from all the OEM partners who are building, taking advantage of this new SoC and the new platform, and bringing out some pretty exciting machines that's going to be all available come this fall. And so, of course, we said, OK, this is fantastic. What can we do next? So we said, let's try and push this and push the architecture to its limit for developers, right? What if we could just max the compute, max the memory, build out that developer machine? That's the dream machine. And that's what we're announcing today. Surface RTX Spark, DevBox. Let's roll the video.
I was pulled to you like water to the moon. You swell and I monsoon. Only when you want to. Skies are falling, but I loved you still. Now I wonder, did you really ever love me? Don't help me only when I'm good. Now that I'm gone, what do you think about me? Think about me. Think about me. What do you think about? Everything's in bloom.
All right. Yeah, this is, it's truly a dream machine. It's got a 1 petaflop of AI compute, 20 CPU cores. All of those things have 128 gigabytes of unified memory access. So super excited about this coming in the fall, and you can join the wait list. I'm on the wait list as well, so we'll get there. So then we said, why stop there? We said, what if we did one more thing? And in fact, I think Denson did that already when he said Windows is coming to the DGX station. So a new, I describe it as the desktop data center, which you can have right there and running a 1 trillion parameter model locally. I mean, just to sort of put it in perspective, it's pretty close to what perhaps we had when we built GPT-2.5 or 3, right? One of the first supercomputers. So it's pretty crazy to think that we've come this far where you can now have a data center on your desktop. And of course, we're extending the developer endpoints even to the cloud. Windows 365 now has the developer distribution that's optimized for developer productivity in the cloud. So that's the Windows 365 that I use every day. And it's simply about making Windows, whether it's on the laptop, the desktop, the cloud, wherever, the best place to build. And so to that end, we have tons and tons of updates, right? We're starting, by the way, with one of the favorite things for all of us, which is distraction-free dev environment. We're also introducing an intelligent terminal, which has got built-in GitHub Copilot, right? Terminal with sort of the Copilot intelligence. And of course, there's lots and lots of Linux love across Windows now. So you have 70 plus utilities. So grep in full glory is now available for regular Windows access. 70 plus utilities, as I said, all of that is coming to Windows. We're also bringing things from the Mac that you love, things like Starship, Z Shell. Homebrew is going to be native on Windows as well, so you'll be able to switch to Windows. And today, we're announcing WSL containers. This is, I know, been a point of pain when you're managing all these environments, switching all the mental gymnastics of trying to keep this straight. So having first-class support for containers will really help us be in the flow when you are building and deploying locally. And to show you all of this on our new Surface RTX Spark, I wanted to invite up on stage Kayla to just take a spin through all the dev tools. Kayla, go ahead.
Our team has been working hard to make Windows a great place for development. And today, I'm going to show you some major improvements and delighters you can try out today. So what we have here is the default experience on the Surface RTX Spark dev box. Right away, it feels calm. There's no news feed, no widgets popping up, no notifications, and of course, we're in dark mode. I'm immediately ready to start development. Well, there's one thing I'd like to change. I like to put my taskbar on the left. So let me jump into my taskbar settings using the new Run, which is built leveraging the architecture of PowerToy's command palette. No. I want it all the way on the left. There we go. After popular demand, we're excited to announce that vertical taskbar is now available in Windows Insider builds. The new Surface RTX Spark also has a bunch of key dev tools already installed, like Python, Node, and many more of your favorites. All of the developer goodness, all in one file. And if you want to get the same experience today on your device, we're making this file available to everyone right now. We have a public repo set up with a configuration file and instructions for how to apply it using winget configure, which will make the adjustments to Windows and install all the tools. Now, one cool thing that I have running here is PowerToys' new utility called Grab and Move, which lets you hold Alt and move the window around from anywhere. Another tip is that you can enable end task, which lets you end the process without having to open Task Manager. So let me jump into my dev drive. Dev drives run on REFS with Defender running in async and are optimized for performance when it comes to development scenarios. Also, File Explorer is Git aware. We got stuff like last change author name, last change message, the status of each file, plus my favorite is that the branch name is on the bottom left. So now let's get started building and open our terminal. This is an experimental experience called Intelligent Terminal that makes working with agents even more seamless. When you first install Intelligent Terminal, you're greeted with the option to pick your favorite agent. I'm going to use GitHub Copilot for today, but you can use whichever agent speaks to you. Now here in Intelligent Terminal, I have a regular terminal pane at the top and an agent that's listening on the bottom, and I can work between them while the agent helps along the way. So for example, here's an error being generated. My agent pane is able to detect it and provide a fix, which is great when I don't remember the syntax, especially for something like regex. So I'm going to work on OpenClaw, and I've already built it using WSL Container. WSL Container is a native container experience on Windows, plus it can leverage the GPU, which is perfect for the Surface RTX Spark. It can also reference your existing container files, just like the one in the OpenClaw project. So here's one of the files open in Microsoft Edit, which ships in Windows by default and just got syntax highlighting in its latest version. And then you can also just see your containers running with a simple container images command. And since we're on the topic of WSL, we're providing a WSL profile that's designed to feel comfortable for those of you who use tools like Starship, ZSH, and Homebrew. So it comes pre-configured with all of your favorite utilities, and it's available in the repo that I